Tonight, a near ghost town. With a stay-at-home policy in effect, the roads throughout Duluth are empty and businesses are looking for help. This as Essentia announces hundreds of layoffs for non-medical staff in preparation for a rise in COVID-19 cases. And Senator Amy Klobuchar steps in to lend a hand to the local government.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Essentia announced today they have placed about 500 employees on special administrative leave. Officials say the reduction of non-medical staff is to prepare for the expected surge of COVID-19 patients. Employees can take vacation time or paid time off to lessen the financial impact. They can also apply for unemployment benefits. Essentia will continue to maintain health insurance for the near term. They'll also offer access to financial counseling and other resources. St. Louis County leaders are calling on U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar for help. The senator held a conference call with Duluth's business leaders, hospital leaders, and the city's mayor, hoping to learn what resources are needed to help fight this pandemic. CBS 3's John Cardinelli was listening in on the conference call and has the story.
With a $2 trillion stimulus package now signed and ready to help the economy, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar hopes businesses here in the Northland will benefit.
The other piece of this bill was to make sure that our workers got help with unemployment. People are getting laid off, no fault of their own, for reasons that they never expected.
But for businesses still open, anxiety remains high based on what they've been experiencing this past week.
For those who are open, it is very slowed work, practically non-existent customer is coming to their doors. So it is going to be a very pressing challenge for them.
While times are already tough for these businesses, a drowning of information on what resources are available for them is making matters worse. That's why Ross is urging Senator Klobuchar to help create a one-stop shop for business owners to find all the resources they need to recover. Business owners.
These are people who are working very hard, and it's difficult for them to assimilate the information they're receiving. And
businesses are not the only ones being affected. Hospitals in the Northland are dealing with low numbers of personal protective equipment, such as masks, gloves, and ventilators, and finances remain tight for local health providers.
As this goes forward to 3, 4, 5, and 6 months, the financial challenges of even paying our staff, not just for Essentia Health or for St. Luke's, but for the Fairviews, the Alinas, and the health partners will become a real challenge.
With these challenges and possibly more ahead, Senator Klobuchar remains optimistic.
This area has shown incredible resiliency, and I know we will see it now. We just have to make sure we're doing everything to keep our people safe, while at the same time keeping our eye on reopening that economy.
After today's phone conference, Senator Klobuchar will continue to work with officials in Duluth and St. Louis County to ensure that local governments, hospitals, and small businesses are supported during this crisis. Earlier this evening, Minnesota Congressman Pete Stauber held a town hall to educate the public on the recent news of the coronavirus pandemic. He also answered questions regarding small businesses, the recent stimulus package signed, as well as the importance of providing Minnesota-made food in the state and around the country.
Our Minnesota farmers are not only feeding us locally, but they're feeding the entire state and the nation. So we ought to be very proud of our ag community and our farmers and ranchers who are doing a tremendous job, getting their foods to markets.
If you have questions regarding the coronavirus pandemic, phone numbers for Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin are all on our website. Wisconsin's governor announced a new public-private partnership to increase COVID-19 lab testing in the state. The new partnership now includes laboratory support from 4 other places. Governor Evers says the organizations, along with the Wisconsin Clinical Lab Network, will now share knowledge, resources, and technology to bolster the state's testing capacity. Right now, the Wisconsin Clinical Lab Network has created as many as 2,000 tests per day. Soon, that could be even higher as more supplies become available. Dave's here for a look at the weather. Dave, it was sure beautiful out there today, but this weekend, some people saw quite a bit of snow.
Yeah, first the rain and then the snow. The snow, of course, was heaviest by the lake. A little bit of that influence really shoved numbers upwards in the Isabella area. Take a look at that, 13 inches just outside of Ely. Ely itself, some neighborhoods reported not even a trace there. So this was a very localized system, indeed closer to the lake. Duluth, 6.2 inches up over the hill. Cloquet, just about 6 inches. Ulu, 3. Guile, 2.3, usually our snow king, but not this time around. Hibbing, Silica, just south of that town, 1 inch straight up. Now, with higher pressure in place, we got to reset everything today with some sunshine and to cleanse the palate and get ourselves set up, frankly, for midweek when things are going to change up again. I do think we'll get a sunny day again on Tuesday from that high pressure cell, but it'll go away by midweek. And then that low from the west comes to call, probably bringing in yet another chance for a rain-snow mix. Here's a night shot of what's going on out there, and it's looking awfully black and white, of course, thanks to the infrared camera. But tomorrow it should come up pretty sunny. And out the door you'll have a partly cloudy sky, and at lunchtime you'll have a partly cloudy sky, and when you come back home, if you have anywhere to go, you'll still have a partly cloudy sky from the high-pressure system. It's Wednesday when things will change towards the cloudier, maybe even the rainier and snowier, and we'll talk about the odds in more detail coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. The White House says the U.S. has reached a milestone with more than 1 million Americans tested and nearly 100,000 samples tested every day for coronavirus. President Trump struck an optimistic tone on the ramp up in ventilator and medical equipment production by U.S. companies. But some states say they have yet to feel the benefits. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
Thank you very much. President Trump says social distancing guidelines and travel restrictions are expected to stay in place as he and his task force continue to review them.
The guidelines will be very much as they are, maybe even toughened up a little bit. They're having a tremendous impact, and we're starting to see it.
Several CEOs were on hand as the president praised the uptick in private sector production of more ventilators and personal protection equipment. Ford Motor Company says it will make 50,000 ventilators in 100 days in partnership with General Electric. General Motors is also beefing up production.
In reserve, we have almost 10,000 ventilators. We have now 10 companies at least making the ventilators.
But according to audio obtained by CBS News of a White House conference call Monday, several rural state governors warned they're having a hard time securing medical supplies and tests, with much of the federal focus on the hardest hit urban areas. President Trump proclaimed March 30th National Doctors Day, praising the doctors and medical professionals on the front lines of battling the coronavirus.
I want to send a message of gratitude to the foot soldiers in this war.
The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced it'll give waivers to allow health care centers to provide non-intensive care outside of the hospital in places such as hotels or gymnasiums, and that it will relax policies to allow hospitals to grow its workforce. Top health officials say vaccine trials are ramping up with promising candidates, but that vaccine is still a year to a year and a half away.
Thank you.
Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin says small business loans will be available Friday, 1 week after President Trump signed the massive economic stimulus bill into law. Meanwhile, after a flood of new applications for unemployment insurance, Minnesota has made some changes. Now you can only apply on a particular day, and it's based on the last digit of your Social Security number. For example, if that last digit is 0, 1, or 2, you should apply on a Monday. You can check out our website for the full explanation. Itasca County officials say their hospital leaders are preparing staff and facilities for COVID-19 patients. This comes after the state reported Itasca County's first confirmed coronavirus case on Sunday. They say the patient is in their 60s, but they did not share how they're doing or how they contracted the virus. The president and CEO of Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital says they're converting hospital rooms to help care for more patients. They've also created separate waiting rooms for those showing symptoms and those who are not.
We are prepared to accommodate patients that present to our hospital with this disease. We've implemented many of the same changes to our operations as the other healthcare entities, including limited entrances, screening visitors, implementing curbside pharmacy pickup, canceling elective surgeries, and rescheduling outpatient appointments.
Itasca County has implemented a hotline for anyone with questions about the county's response. That phone number is on our website. We're learning an inmate at the Moose Lake Correctional Facility has tested positive for COVID-19. State officials say the inmate was tested last Wednesday after showing symptoms. Other people who have come in contact with the inmate have been identified and placed in quarantine. It's unclear at this time when the inmate was booked into the facility or how they got the illness. Officials say the inmate has been separated from other inmates and staff. So far, one other inmate at the facility has also been tested. A Hibbing family won't be able to stay at their home tonight after a fire did some damage to its interior. Crews responded to the fire on the 5900 block of Powers Road in Hibbing this afternoon. According to fire officials, the flames started in a stovepipe and burnt up the kitchen inside the home. No word yet on what caused that fire. And in Superior, firefighters responded to a structure fire around 3 o'clock this afternoon near North 31st Street and Hammond Avenue. We have very few details at this time, including what started the fire or how much damage was done. We'll continue to update you as we learn more. Minnesota State Patrol officials have recently seen an increase in speeding and aggressive driving. State Patrol Sergeant Neil Dickinson says that includes vehicles clocking speeds more than 100 miles per hour. Dickinson wasn't able to quantify the increase or give an exact reason behind it. But the State Patrol wants to remind the public that COVID-19 is not a reason to make poor decisions behind the wheel. The State Patrol is operating at normal staffing levels and will continue to enforce all laws. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, how the 148th Fighter Wing in Duluth is working to assist the state with the spread of COVID-19 should they be called upon.
Record high temp called upon us back on this date to 1918, 67 degrees. Twin Ports area didn't get anywhere close to that today, but some inland towns did at least crack 50. I think we can do the same regime tomorrow for our temperatures with another round of sun, perhaps the last one for a while. We'll talk about things clouding up by midweek coming up after our break.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Real encounters with God are life-changing. Join us Sundays at 11:30 for The Message of Good Hope and learn how you can reach your highest potential through a relationship with Christ. Only on the Duluth CW.
Your water softener needs salt. You buy it, lug it, pour it, over and over. Save salt and the hassle with a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, the world's best. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
Tuesday! Taco Tuesday is calling. Save on seasoned beef tacos every Tuesday at Taco John's. Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Everything in our garage is inspired by our racing spirit. Race in for a great deal on a Honda Civic sedan. Only at the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event.
Even if you don't smoke, smoking-related illnesses cost you $593 every year. See how much we're all missing at missingitmn.org.
It's spring season, but at Oak Lake RV, it's ultralight camper season. Take time to escape to the outdoors today and browse our easy-to-pull campers. From Rockwood Geos to Coachman campers, we have a variety of campers in stock, including all sizes, with low payments starting under $150 a month. Celebrate ultralight camper season. Visit oaklakeRV.com for more details. Oak Lake RV in Moose Lake, family-owned and operated since 1930.
Now, the
the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, that weekend snow plagued some towns more than others, and I use the term plague loosely, of course, because some folks still love late season snow to get out and enjoy. Others are hoping for spring to come across. Well, this is what came across, no matter which way you felt about it. A fair amount of snow near the lake, and so this picture comes out of Grand Lake, taken by Peter Luke. Used to work here as a director back in the mid-'80s. He was even before my time, but I did meet him years later, so everything worked out in the end. And if you're a spring fan, things will work out in the end. I think we're going to melt this off slowly and semi-surely over the next week. And I say semi-surely because there is a chance for another round of a rain-snow mix coming to our picture here as early as midweek. Now, we'll talk about that forecast, of course, in just a bit, but we've got the current conditions to eye up at the airport in Duluth, where the sky, it's clear right now thanks to high pressure and control. Current temperature is 34 degrees above zero. Easterly winds going 6 miles per hour. Relative humidity, that stands at 48%, and that's a little bit on the low side. You know, if the snow was melting more rapidly, that number likely would be up a little bit. Temperatures, they're up a fair amount here for this time of year. 34 degrees current temp for International Falls. 27 in Hibbing is cooler, but not drastically so. 35 Grand Rapids, 30 Ely and Two Harbors, 32 Moose Lake, and 36 degrees on Park Point, 31 Superior, and then low 30s for much of inland Wisconsin, upper 20s for Ashland right now, and upper 20s to low 30s for the Upper Peninsula. Low temps tonight, not falling off too far from this mark. Temperatures won't be a huge concern, and tomorrow, frankly, should be gorgeous, just like today. The weekend low pressure system is gone, higher pressure has settled in, and then the clouds in the region left behind are fairly thin and fairly scattered as well. Whether you, of course, are in Minnesota, Wisconsin, or the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, that little wisp there, it's not too overbearing, and it really is fading away rather rapidly. So tomorrow probably will be another gorgeous day because of the high pressure and control, meaning another sunny day on tap here. But tomorrow, the last day for a while. By Wednesday, first of two low pressure systems from the west come to call, and by midweek we go back to a 50-50 chance for a rain and snow mix. Wednesday afternoon becoming more of an 80% chance as we get into Thursday, and that might even last into Friday as well, with a little bit of a regroup Saturday, and then by Sunday, second low pressure system keeps the chance for a rain snow mix going, but I don't think it's really going to add up to as much this time around. The one we got for the weekend did stick. This one may be more rain than snow. Famous last words, perhaps, so keep an eye on me here as the week unfolds to see if I'm telling the truth or not. I sure hope I am. Anyway, here's what we'll tell you about tonight in Minnesota. Partly cloudy sky with low temps 18 towards the Vermilion Range to as warm as 26 right by the lake. In Wisconsin and Michigan, low 20s by the lake, mid 20s farther inland. Partly cloudy sky for folks in the UP and Wisconsin too. And then another clear to partly cloudy day tomorrow. Wisconsin, Michigan highs 43 to 50. Clear to partly cloudy in Minnesota with cooler by the lake, near 40, but low 50s inland. As we go through the rest of the week, Kristen, there comes our rain and snow chance Wednesday, Thursday, Friday too. And there's the little bit of rebound action with a peak of sun Saturday before the next go around Sunday, in turn giving way to sunshine again by next Monday. And this time, I hope, even here in the Twin Ports, we do push past 50.
Whew, that was sure nice today. Up north a little bit.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd hit 50 here in the Twin Ports today. Didn't quite happen, but at least inland towns got it.
Yep, that's for sure. There's still time.
Yeah, there is.
Thanks, Dave. Well, tonight we're hearing from the 148th Fighter Wing out of Duluth on how they're being impacted by COVID-19. CBS 3's Ryan Campo has more on what they're doing to help during this time of need.
The 148th Fighter Wing is one of only 2 Air National Guard wings tasked with supporting our nation's freedom by defending us in the air. However, in this new era of fighting off COVID-19, these Guard members are helping protect St. Louis County with a one-room, 272-square-foot fort. These portable tents will become a new workspace for the Emergency Operations Center if or when coronavirus numbers spike.
Well, what it does is it gives the St. Louis County Emergency Operations Center a little bit more room to work. It is a shelter that is fold-out, that can be moved around. It's portable. It can go wherever they need.
As for business for the 148 and what they are doing, they are keeping a close eye on the coronavirus, but aren't letting this stop them from doing daily tasks.
So we're trying to get after our training, ensuring that all of our equipment is in good condition and ready for the long haul, because this probably isn't going to end anytime soon.
Blomquist tells us they are talking to state headquarters and are figuring out some mitigation procedures to ensure that their folks remain as healthy as possible. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how one local company is getting creative in an effort to help out our healthcare workers.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Hey, Tom.
Sheila. Hey, don't take losing the Anderson business personally.
I resigned it, Tom. I guess they didn't tell you about their opossum problem.
I thought it was pronounced possum. My name is Dan Metcalf. I'm a general surgeon and a colorectal surgeon at Memorial Medical Center. I bring a new set of skills to Ashland, and some of what Ashland would allow me is a culture that is very patient-centered. That's a really important part of surgery or medicine in general, is really getting to know the people that you're taking care of. I get the joy of seeing patients every day and taking care of people every day and learning about their lives as well as fixing them.
Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments. As an essential part of your community, your Ford dealer can assist with home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Along with our 6-month payment relief program, lease an F-150 for just $289 a month at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Hi, I'm Stephen Ray. At Miners National Bank, we offer local originating, local processing, local closing, and local servicing. For your next mortgage, apply now. MinersMortgage.com. Miners National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Duke is a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country. Going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5 Duke FM. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS 3 Duluth. The coronavirus story continues to change, both around the world and here at home. We know you have questions and concerns. At Live Local CBS 3, our focus is to keep you informed and up to date on the evolving COVID-19 virus story. We'll continue to talk to healthcare professionals to get the information you need to know. Focused on bringing you facts, not fear. That's our promise. We're Live Local CBS 3. Local for a reason.
It's on the other side.
I saw that.
Yamaha and Arctic Cat snowmobile sale happening now at RJ Sport and Cycle.
Duke is a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country. Going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5 Duke FM.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS 3.
A new concept created by a Northland equipment designer is helping healthcare workers on the front line of the coronavirus outbreak. It's called an overmask. It's designed to be worn over regular N95 masks. Jeff Knight, one of the founders and creators of Granite Gear, is putting his design talents to use. The idea being to use with an N95 mask to offer added protection coverage and to allow an N95 to be used for a longer period of time. Knight feels at a time of crisis, it's important to give what you can to those who need it most.
I can't imagine what it would be like to be the healthcare worker that had to potentially be making really tough choices and potentially risking not protecting themselves well enough.
Knight is looking for feedback on his design. If you're a healthcare worker and want to try a mask, you can find a link on our website, cbs3duluth.com. Bridge work means lane closures on a stretch of I-35 in Duluth this week. You can expect alternating closures in the north and southbound lanes near overpasses. Crews will be out from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. today through Thursday. And a heads up, if your essential travel takes you along Highway 61, a section of that road, southbound lanes between the French River and Silver Creek Tunnel will be closed temporarily. Crews will be repairing culverts from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. today through Friday. You're asked to slow down and use caution in work zones. Kelly Henseth is coming up next with the latest in sports. Stay with us.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Take control of your time by signing up for Minnesota Power's My Account to get instant access, free online payments, track energy use, and more. Tap, pay, done. Register today at mnpower.com. Minnesota Power, we're moving energy forward.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, playing football. My coach had reached out to me and told me that there was this great school here in Minnesota, Itasca Community College, and I started doing my research and talking to the school and see what I needed to do to apply and get in, and of course they helped me do that. It's a wonderful school. When I came here to visit, it automatically felt like home. I was just good with my surroundings, and it was fun and nice people here. Itasca is the best place to start. It sets me up for great achievement in the future.
I'm Dr. Jordan Blessing, and I'm a pediatric hospitalist at St. Luke's Hospital. Advice I give to parents and patients is to ask questions. Medicine's very much a conversation. I'd rather spend more time visiting about their questions than have them worrying about something that I could have been helpful with. I started woodworking in 6th grade. At work, I get to creatively solve problems, and in the wood shop, I get to creatively dream up ideas and then build those ideas. Working in medicine, pediatrics in particular, they remind me what's important each day.
Real encounters with God are life-changing. Join us Sundays at 11:30 for The Message of Good Hope and learn how you can reach your highest potential through a relationship with Christ. Only on the Duluth CW.
Upgrade your tool storage with help from Menards during the spring savings sale. This Masterforce 36-inch 14-drawer tool chest and cabinet combo offers 33% more storage than traditional 18-inch deep tool cabinets. It features the raise and release secure latching system to keep the doors tightly closed. Charge your tools, cell phones, and tablets with the included USB power strip. The tool chest and cabinet combo is just $869.98. Now during Menards spring savings sale.
Save big money at Menards.
During the Ready, Set, Go sales event, score an awesome deal from Cary Toyota in Superior. Drive away in a new all-wheel drive RAV4 XLE for $249 per month, or save $4,000 to $4,800 on remaining new 2019 fuel-efficient Prius or Sporty Camry, and save big over $6,000 on this new all-wheel drive Highlander Limited. Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event now through March 31st. Hurry in to score your awesome deal from Cary Toyota in Superior, voted best car dealer in the Northland 21 times.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Minnesota Power's mobile app puts the power at your fingertips and lets you take My Account with you wherever you go. Pay your bill, make account changes, track your energy use, and get power outage information anytime, anywhere. Minnesota Power, we're moving energy forward.
Welcome back into sports. My name is Kelly Henseth. I am coming to you live from the comfort of my own home as we are trying to maximize social distancing over at CBS3. Kristen, I just want to say I miss you once again. Well, in some sports news, we've got another great batch of news for spring sports athletes as they have been granted another year of eligibility by Council voted on the matter today and concluded that student athletes in spring sports should be granted an additional year to participate. Now, that unfortunately does not include winter sport athletes who had their seasons cut short, like men's and women's basketball, men's hockey here in the Northland. They'll be that were unable to participate in their postseason tournaments. They will not be granted an additional year. Members also adjusted financial aid rules to allow teams to carry more members on scholarship to account for incoming recruits and student athletes who have been in their last year of eligibility who decide to stay. The D2 Administrative Committee already voted to restore a year of eligibility for all spring sport athletes at the D2 level. Well, speaking of spring sports, UMD track athlete Elizabeth Keyes was already planning to sit out her senior year of track and field due to an injury. Now, it may have seemed like a good news for her when her postseason and her run was ultimately canceled, but the COVID-19 pandemic actually threw a wrench into her recovery from an injury.
For me personally, it's been really hard.
Although UMD senior Elizabeth Keyes was planning to redshirt her senior season of track, the halting of the world due to the COVID-19 pandemic has halted a lot more.
So I'm struggling with a foot injury, and I just got an MRI before all this happened, and this whole thing has just halted finding out what's wrong with my foot, the results, getting treatment. I was supposed to see a rheumatologist. That's not happening for probably another month until all of this dies down. So, and I'm trying to get healthy before cross-country season. So it's just been a challenge trying to figure out all of it.
Now it's just about playing the waiting game and getting healthy any way she can.
I like to stay in routine, so I just get a workout in, and then it's a lot of homework. It almost seems like I'm doing more school now than I was when we had in-person sessions and courses.
Keyes also pitches in around her dad's farm collecting maple syrup as a workout. She's also been adamant about staying in touch with her track family.
It's been really hard. I've just been trying to keep everyone motivated. Being like a senior and a captain on the team, you just got to put a smile on your face even if you're frustrated.
Especially the seniors, who will likely never run collegiate track again.
Knowing that their season ended, you just gotta, it's so hard because I know they're just devastated, but just recapping on all the good things they did throughout their career and what they can do next is going to be really exciting.
So while Elizabeth, athletes like her were already planning to be back for next year's season, seniors now have the option to be back as well. But that's easier said than done. And throughout the week, we're actually going to be talking to a few Northland athletes, including Elizabeth, on why this could be harder than the NCAA says it just could be. That's coming up this week in sports. But for now, we're going to be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health, St. Mary's Heart and Vascular Center. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S. Ask your doctor how to keep your heart healthy.
You gotta feel it to believe it. Get Extreme Internet starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. With fantastic speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Dynamic streaming video, so real you can feel it. Amplified in-home Wi-Fi, and all the power you need to power it all. Get Extreme Internet starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Your work is your name. You live by it. At Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, we take our name, our work, just as seriously. John Deere excavators, skid steers, and loaders have the compact agility and big-time ability you need to finish the job. Comfortable, affordable, and backed by a 2-year, 2,000-hour full machine warranty. Standard. In-person service calls and parts delivery keep you work ready. Our techs are highly trained and incredibly knowledgeable. Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment. We make sure the work lives up to your name.
Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments. As an essential part of your community, your Ford dealer can assist with home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Along with our 6-month payment relief program, lease an F-150 for just $289 a month at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for a buck suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Here's some cuteness to end your night. These penguins may have met some animals at a Chicago aquarium that are just as curious as they are. The 32-year-old rockhopper was one of several penguins that visited the aquarium, which is home to several beluga whales. As you can see, a friendship was quickly formed. We'll leave you with that tonight. Thanks for joining us. We will see you back here tomorrow.